Yeah, see now, there we go. Somnus's tag coming out. FY Void. What? Oh, let's go. What's going on? Alright, boys. We get an FY Void Spirit. This guy just goes for the null early. The mana regen's so nice. You know, we see a lot of, even I'm seeing like some position 4s, like even Rubik thinking about picking up a null here, just what you're able to get with the stats, the regen. But Yang could be first blood down bot. VICI Gaming getting the level 2, so they'll put pressure on top of the Doom here. We'll end up getting punished. Radiant, can they hunt him actually? It looks like Ori wanted to try and farm up some of the creeps under the mid lane. Red Panda's gonna take a lot of damage though. DY's still got a couple of fire spirits. The good thing about the Scarith Mage is that you have such incredible amount of movement speed. So top lane, FY. They've got the spear. Like FY actually might die here with the Gods of Root coming up. Time Walk's still on cooldown. And FY just oversteps the mark there. PYW juking and jiving throughout the tree line. He might get an experience for that. See if he misses the CS for this. He won't, but it allows him to shove the lane in. Now you can go back, pick up your bounty from a jungle camp, and then come back to the lane previously afterwards. But down bot, Erica is in trouble here. He's already popped a 1 charge. He's somehow staying alive with the help of the tower here. And Yang, man, will trade his life though, but they've rotated both supports down. Do they have Glyph? Radiant, they don't have Glyph, but there's another creep wave coming in. I still want to see VICI Gaming shove it in and put pressure on the tower because you got the catapult wave, and FY will definitely die here with another combination. Do the supports have TPs? It doesn't look like they do, but in the river, oops, Silence is out. Ori's in trouble. He tries to get the suck with the Spirit Siphon, but the magic damage is going to be able to burst him down. That's the second kill of the game here, but back up the top, FY, he will fall. Really nicely done from VICI Gaming. They shoved the lane in. It forces the Faceless Void away. Let's see if they can tank up the tower. You know, and Scarith Mage isn't really going to TP top either to protect a dive on top of FY. And now he TP'd back up here. I mean, FY's stuck. He's got nowhere to go, and I think he's just dead again. Spear connects. Ori doesn't have a point in the silence, but it's not going to matter. That's just the 3rd death of the game here, and that's a big worry. We'll probably see Somnus and if he gets pretty lucky with some of the neutral items, then that's going to feel pretty nice. Arcane Ring, one of the best. Erica down bot's got the reincarnation. See if he can stay alive long enough for the rotations. And now with DY here, Dire, they've dived too far underneath the tower. Yang's in trouble. They do get the slow with the scatter blast though, so it looks like Doom's going to be able to scurry away throughout the tree line, and now Somnus is going to show up. He's able to utilize a decent amount of mana here to kill off DY. The Radiant just go mid with Mars Arena, Old 11. He's in trouble right now. He's got some help coming over, but the silence prevents the spear. Somnus is completely out of mana if they're able to recognize this. Somnus also gets that kill on top of the Mars, which Mars was, you know, top of the net worth, so very nicely played from him as mid. Somnus starting to get pretty active here with the zip on top of the Phoenix. Can he get the egg off fast enough? And he can just after the silence. They're going to try and heavily commit to try and bring down the supernova. They will be successful, but what's the consequences? Now Somnus is completely out of mana, is going to try and utilize the bottle charges here. Radiant, can they get on top of him though? Somnus almost up to 200 mana, but Old 11 drops the arena. The speed does clip underneath the tier 2 tower, but they got the magic damage to bring him down. FY is going to TP in with the Chronosphere, and now with the help of the tower damage as well, Mars will fall. A bit of an overcommit with the dive there, but I think Radiant are pretty aware that if you shut down the Storm Spirit, that's how... Oh, PYW stole the Chrono. FY still able to run through, and now with the first hit bash, but he's so slow, man. 3 charges of that time dilation. Radiant want to think about taking a fight here. Ori's incredibly strong early. FY committed with the time walk into the fight as well, but he's got level 3 in it, so the cooldown's not too long, but it doesn't matter actually. Ori maxed out Crypt Swarm with the help of the Phoenix. Well, they do have 3 heroes 10. That devours. Woo. Oh, he's got Midas. Okay, on Doom. There you go. Mid lane. Smoke up here. They're gonna try and bring down old 11 to start. The Sunray is giving him some protection, but now with the Chronosphere beautifully placed from FY, locks in both of them. DY takes the full brunt to the Force and the Mystic Flare, and now with the Doom getting cast out as well, they don't. Oh, PYW, another stolen Chronosphere, and now Erica's gonna come on the side as well to try and deal with Yang. They get a couple of crits under the tower. Yang's falling pretty low here. He's gotta be careful. Will he actually end up dropping? But now with the zip on the back, Somnus, he doesn't give a damn about the Wraith King. He wants to hunt for the backline of VICI Gaming, as they still can continue taking this fight. Ori has the ultimate, now getting the stun on top of FY, but a quick time walk under the tower. There's no more stun follow-up with the Wraith Fire Blast being on cooldown. Radiant, they're about to respawn, but old 11 doesn't really have a way to get on top of him though. Bounty Rune timing, let's hunt. Erica still's got that reincarnation. He's got an item build that's going to allow him to take fights pretty early on as well, which is the nice thing about this. FY can only really join up with the Chronosphere, but meanwhile, once again, Mars is going to get picked off. Old 11, he had a very good start to the game, but now that's 5 deaths for him. Radiant though, they're able to find FY with the USF to set up. Can they get any lockdown before the Time Walk is able to make it underneath the tier 2 now with the silencer, prevents the little shredder. The Supernova's gonna end up getting popped here, but do they have the damage to continue going down, chasing 4 AM? Somnus is stunned up, is able to get the zip underneath the tier 2 tower, but it looks like VICI Gaming, they'll get what they can get, and that Skywrath kill instead of the Storm. This is also such a... Oh, I'm not going to have time to see it as mid lane. Fight might break out as they see the Snapfire running underneath Vision. Rubik zip in, drops the ward just for the Vision on top of the high ground. Now with the telekinesis. Dire, they're in the vicinity. F5, he wants to jump forward with the Chronosphere. Now inside this choke point, they'll lock in 3. They're going to try and burn down the Death Prophet. They'll be successful at doing so. And now GTR on top of the backline as well. The Kiss is doing a decent amount of damage to old 11, but it looks like still F5 doesn't get the stump. And now with the Ray Fire Blast from downtown, the speed didn't connect. They need to keep the... Oh, just too late. PYW couldn't get the Corona War fast enough. It still looks like Radiant want to take the fight, but you got to be careful. Your 2 heroes down, and Wraith King's going to lose his first life as well. Somnus just waiting for the Vision to jump the back, but now with the Reincarnation, he can go in. They've got the Vision though, Radiant. They're going to try and burst him down with the Ward on the high ground. Still paying off pretty big here. Where's the follow-up nuke with the God's Rebuke? It's just not enough. They stole the Doom as well from PYW. Somnus, he's going to be pretty careful here. PYW, can he get off? Yes, he can. So Storm will end up falling here unless he goes back to the team and gets the deny. He does. GTR, nicely done. Let's go into Roche, get the Ages, and now you've got this extra life which you give over to Ori, because that is the big target here. Like, Dire aren't going to commit for the Wraith King because he has this extra life. Is 5th in net worth, so it's not like he's having too good of a game getting the farm. But even the Sky is getting a decent amount as well across the map. Poyo, they drop the Sentry here, so Erica's going to get scouted out, unfortunately. Although, they've got the USF set up here, and now with the follow-up... Ooh, never mind, there's no control coming out. They're going to drop the Supernova here with the stun lockdown. They get the telekinesis at the last second. So Storm's going to end up falling here. They do commit the Supernova, however. So more amplification on the stun lockdown. He's even got a blink. They just picked up multiple blinks as well, I believe. Yeah, old 11 just got his own. She's going to need a USF there. Now, this dive is way too deep. Radiant should be able to punish them, but FY on top of the backline. They'll commit the Chronosphere. Remember, they have the second life on top of the Death Prophet here, so they continue the fight. Wraith King will try and wrap around. They get the Wraith Fire Blast on top of Yang. He'll commit the BKB. They still have the Doom as well, but it looks like 4 AM. They want a hard retreat considering Ori popped that X's, and they're diving pretty far here. Ori's got to be careful. The Doom will get committed. They're not tanky on DP. This Boots of Travel pickup is interesting. But still, this game not really in anyone's control. I mean, I feels like Radiant are the ones that are... They're the ones playing on 4 AM side of the map pretty much always, but it's still only a 1,000 net worth lead. Old 11, he's hunting. Finds the Sky. That's actually a pretty important target. It's a lot of their damage inside the Chronosphere to burst down one of the key heroes here. And now the Doom as well. Doesn't really want to pop the BKB, but it looks like with the help of the backline, actually. Meanwhile, top though, with the TP out, PYW doesn't have a way to cancel this. Now they show top. And Dire, they're going to make them pay for it. Yang, oh nice, Gobble Up finds 2 with the Doom as well. They'll drop the Supernova in the river. That's going to be a nice zoning ultimate, but it looks like Yang, he wants to commit forward with the BKB popped here. They will stun him up. Meanwhile, on top of the backline, actually, Wraith King, he's going hack, trying to find off FY, but so I'm just going to zip on forward. He's still got the Reincarnation to be able to utilize here. They're hunting down Yang, so Yang will drop, and after that Reincarnation, they're going to disengage with the ward on the high ground. They stole the Doom as well. PYW, there's been so many clutch abilities stolen by this Rubik. That Doom locking in the void, stopping any retreat capabilities. And now 4 a.m. they're down 5,000 gold. So it looks like they're going to try and get map control and even hunt Somnus as well. Somnus? Uh-oh. Bye-bye, brother. They're going to have way too many stuns to lock him in. Sans, Wraith Fire Blast. He's got the Bloodstone active, but man, Erica hits hard. Top of the net worth. Almost 16,000 on the Wraith King. They got some pretty nice wards around the Roche Pit. What's Radiant looking like? More lane ward. So you see how Radiant are playing. A lot of FY. Oh no. Bye-bye, brother. Nothing you can do. Is Poyo got a silence? He does with the Mindbreaker. I was going to say, how he gets silenced there, but cheeky on Mindbreaker. I missed the casual Hyperstone. I remember when CTY was going on the anti-mage, like he'd pick up that casual Hyperstone. 1,600 gold behind the Faceless Void, who's going to actually defuse or blade this game. Well, unfortunately, it's a bit of a late defuse. Oh, Somnus, no, the spear connects. And he's just not going to be tanky enough to survive through it. VICI Gaming, that's another pick-off, man. VICI have been... I mean, what I wanted to say before is you take a look at where they're ward. If Radiant pop, they're going to be underneath the Dire Observer ward, but it looks like they actually make it up, so they're going to trade high grounds here. Well, they should see mid shoved in. GTR, actually. Ori Smoke's going to pop a Radiant. They've got a nice ward on the high ground, so they'll see the stat fire now. Ori might drop the Chronosphere, but he's still got that second life. It actually completely withers FY. No, he doesn't find anyone. The Doom on the backline, though, they're going to try and bring down the Phoenix at the start, but Doom gets stolen, though. Beautifully done from PYW. You haven't casted this one out just yet, but it looks like it doesn't even matter as Erica chain lockdowns one. They get the Euro Scepter. PYW's like, alright, if I can't find someone else, I may as well just Doom the Doom. No buybacks. This game's looking pretty much over as the G's are dropped 4 a.m. They got to call it quits here. A 33-minute for VICI Gaming. This is a really solid performance from them. And this felt like it just came from a lot of their pickoffs, honestly. This matchup is 50... Oh, FY's back on support. So Yang's actually playing the carry this game. Okay. Woo. I mean, he's got a stick and some mangoes. Chucked out a couple of ignites at the moment, but the harass from Radiant's going to be far superior. I guess it's nice because you need some way to get the Cinderproof proc, and now with the level 2s, actually, they find it before VICI Gaming, so Old 11, he's in trouble here. Ignite's going to wear off, so he gets that movement speed, but Red Panda's able to get the body blocks through. They need the mana. Now with the stick charge, last stun will fly, and Red Panda with the Thunderclap. Really nicely done from Dire. But I wonder when Old 11's going to cut. Looks like he's thinking about it now. Oh, he didn't get the melee. Okay. Actually, Red Panda? Can they get the LSA connection? Old 11's cutting him off, and now with the cold, this Brewmaster's going to end up dying. Very nicely done as PYW were the one to claim that. Meanwhile, they did try and attempt on a gank mid lane on top of Ori. And this is where it's starting to pay off getting the down bot, actually. Whew. Erica's going to end up falling as well, so the rotation mid. DY looked like he TP'd in, try and refill the bottle for Ori. Somnus might take a decent amount of damage here. PYW's actually coming over. Need to try and bottle up just in time for the Remnant. Now Erica down bot though. They're thinking about a dive here. They have this sustain coming through from FY. Kinetic Field's going to give them some space. And now with the deep movement, Yang, he doesn't have the Storm Hammer just up. So the TP rotation from PYW is going to punish this aggressive movement. You do see how much pressure they're putting on the Drow. They've got the ultimate from Red Panda. They probably need to force it out here, but now with the TP, Somnus will be able to cancel that. Really nicely done. That's a pretty big pick off because Old 11's probably top of the net worth. We'll take a look. Yeah, he's top of the net worth by a long shot. So Somnus claiming that kill after him dying. After him getting away, I should say. And now with this T1 tower falling early on, again, like this is a team from VICI Gaming. They are going to play very passive for the first kind of 15 minutes of the game, even 20 minutes of the game as well. So the fact that you take the T1 tower is now going to make it even easier for 4 AM to make these aggressive movements. I mean, it's quite the aggressive one at that. Diving underneath the T2 tower. They're not going to try and clean off the TAs. They'll have to back off Ogre Magi. Cold down. No, actually, they get the stun. I mean, he's still going to end up dying. That bonus movement speed is going to come in pretty handy here to chase down Red Panda. As the primal split's going to end up wearing off. Even Somnus is looking to get involved as well. They deal with the refraction, but now with the glimpse away, Somnus still able to get back forward with the remnant. He's got to be careful though, because he doesn't have too much mana to be able to utilize. And now with the call as well, Erica finding a couple procs thanks to the marksmanship, but the chains is going to hold them back. And now with the sustain coming through from FY, Red Panda even finds a kill off to the western side thanks to the urn. They are bringing the numbers, and even Somnus is thinking about remnanting straight on top of the Templar Assassin. They deal with the refraction instantly, and now there's just no hope for this TA. This is the nice thing about the Ember TA matchup. See, last game FY was playing the Faces Void carry, now he's back to the support, and they've got Yang from the 3 to the 1, and then Red Panda from the 4 to the 3, so it's a bit of a switch up here from 4 AM, but you know, Red Panda's still looking really good, and now they want to hunt more. I mean, he's got the ultimate, and now with this aggressive ward from Dire, it's just going to be another pickoff. This is all down to the vision is just enabling them to find these kills, and now Erica is one underneath the T2 tower. They get the multicast, and there's no help, and now with the blink, Old 11, it's there in time with the status storm combination. Erica's somehow alive. No, the last right click will secure it, but they get the cull cleaning off the Ember Spirit. Now they want more, they want blood, but what can they get? However, Axe LSA gets him some protection. Old 11's going to try and turn with the call as well, but a last right click with the crit from the Brood, and now even Yang's going to show up as well. So we're 3 for 1. Yes, you get the kill on Somnus, who was starting to take over this game. You had the combo. It was looking good, man. If the Drow was able to get out of range, there was such a long right click from the Ember. But if you were able to just get out of range there with that Cole Static Storm combo top lane, Ori, they've got the vision. He's going to try and attempt the TP out. They will be able to cancel that one, and our PYW as well is probably going to end up falling. Man, 4 AM are playing very fast. This is some quick Dota, and this is like they could have picked up the IO last game as well, to keep in mind. He's gonna Vanguard now too. They are so tanky. Now I'm actually worried like Radiant won't have. If Old 11 gets a good call, then you never know what's gonna happen. Somnus mid, they might be able to bring him down here. They should have the follow-up with the Static Storm, the LSA as well. IO, can he get involved? I mean, not even gonna try and TP in, but VICI Gaming, they'll clean off the Ember. Looks like Axe could be in trouble though. Red Panda pops the Bruce split. Even Yang's going to try and show up as well, so the Axe will fall, but they do get the Cyclone off to the western side, so even Erica's going to get caught out here as well. The reinforcement shot for 4 AM, they don't keep the Ember alive, although actually Erica can get the TP out. Whew, I was going to say there's no chance you TP like that. That's such an ambitious TP. Erica 100% dead, but we'll keep an eye on Yang as he's diving underneath the T2 tower. And you take a look at what's been happening across the map. It literally gives Sven a free time to find whatever farm he wants to.
Dire are scanning.
Scan connects as well. Or he's dead. Oh, he's got blink. Should be able to cancel the TP though, Somnus, if he goes for a blind one, and you'll catch him out. And that is the 5th death here for Ori. Yikes. Orica's got a veil. Orica's got a veil. Crazy. I mean, the way Radiant, I think, win fights is you have to get like a 3-man call with an LSA Static Storm combo. Like, Radiant just have to somehow hit this connection. Like in a choke point fight. DY, bye brother. Glimpse. Oh, he drops the Static Storm here. Ember's got the Blade Bell though, so it kind of just protects him. They can't really right click in, even with that Vanguard as well. Even bot. Oh no, Old 11. Oh, he shows. Red Panda doesn't have the relocate, but Old 11 already blinks, so now with the slow. This is just another pickoff here. Oh, TP. Yeah, nicely done. It's got the cancel. Man, this is a completely different 4 AM to last game. Like, completely different. This game looks night and day compared to the game 1. Absolutely night and day. Look how aggressive Somnus can play. Pretty much underneath the T2 with FY in the vicinity. They get the glimpse back. FY actually going to be in trouble here. So they will get a pick off there. Nicely done. That's one thing. We haven't seen many glimpse pickoffs from DY. But Dire, I mean, they've got the Bruce split, so they can definitely take the fight here. Red Panda trying to control up the Drow range and will be able to do a perfect job at that. And even with the Cyclone on top of the backline as well, so they control up the Lina with the Superman showing up. Yang glimpse is there, but it's not going to matter. All they really needed was that stun. Old 11's going to try and blink forward. Can they burst down the Ember? They'll drop the Static Storm as well before the Disruptor's going to end up dying. Nicely done. And now Red Panda 2 might get brought down here. Dire, they're going to try and come and help out here. Ember will buy back with the Remnant, and now Yang, it doesn't matter. They get the card before the Superman stun. Ori's going to try and disengage. The LSA will give him a little bit of space here. The chains is up in a couple seconds. Somnus can continue with a dive because just how tanky this Ember is. And they get the vision though. And now Yang inside their base. This is a very deep dive here. You got to be careful if it gets punished. Ember, he doesn't have Remnant. Somnus, he brought back for this as well. That's a dive back for your Ember. They get the glimpse trap back as well. Now with the call. Oh no, what's going on? 4 AM. It was a night and day difference from game 1 to game 2. But now all of a sudden you dive high ground and you make such a crucial mistake. Well, this is what Radiant needed. Honestly, Radiant needed the first Aegis timing, and from there they had to take over the game. How do they kill Somnus? I mean, it's got to be through call and then chain lock him down with LSA. Otherwise, well, they're going to see him farming this camp. Let's see. Is he going to blind jump? He will. He gets the catch now. LSA needs to be there just in time. They don't have the Laguna Blade, but the damage is there with the Cull. Very nice start to the fight there from Old 11. Now PYW, he's hunting. LSA is going to hit the mark just in the river. Dire, they are TPing in. If the Ogre stays alive long enough to make it on the high ground in that choke point, they might turn. But he won't be able to. So VICI Gaming, they're finding a couple of kills there. We'll take a look at Radiant. What are some of the tier 3 neutral, actually? Never mind, fight might break out as they do see Ori. Both teams have very good vision at the moment. Ori's actually going to blink aggressively forward now with the glimpse drag back. Red Panda, he gets the ultimate now. Ori, he's in trouble. Can he get the BKB off fast enough? It looks like he won't be able to with the chain lockdown. Dire, they're going to continue forward. Old 11, he's got the Lotus Orb, but it's not going to matter with the chain lockdown. They'll just chase him down now with the relocate on top of the backline as well. 4 AM, they want to hunt for more targets. They should be able to catch someone, although PYW, nice LSA, holds them back, but all Yang needs is a little bit of vision. They don't have a ward to drop. Will they go for the full set though? Yeah, it looks like they're going to hang around. So full set of racks now claimed down bot. 4 AM with an 8,000 net worth lead. They want to try and contest this though. It's about half HP. Yang will commit the God Strength here. DY is actually going to try and face check it, but he's going to be careful. Red Panda instantly drops the ultimate. Age is going to get claimed from Somnus, but still on top of the backline here. If they can bring down the Disruptor before the Static Storm, your Scepter out doesn't actually bring down because it's the Cyclone. And now Old 11 as well is just getting shredded from Yang. It doesn't matter about any protection. This Ven is way too strong. Top of the net worth, just running a rampant on top of VICI Gaming. They will try and force a fight here with the buyback on the Disruptor. Can they get any lockdown though? The big issue is that Ember, I mean, it's got the Aegis, so you're just not going to be able to kill him, and you're using the glimpse defensively. You even got to drop the Static Storm just to stop the chains from Yang. You stop him from Somnus, you glimpse back Yang, and you lose a lot there. And Io as well is moving incredibly fast, but they don't recognize where he went, so... Oh, there even DY is going to show online. Okay, that's 100% a dead Disruptor. They're going to relocate for it. They'll drop the Static Storm, but just 2-3 hit from Sven. A couple of crits, doesn't matter. So Disruptor down, 70 seconds, doesn't have buyback. And kite out the Aegis. So cutting top and bot, but mid still shoved in. And Yang with the God Strength popped as well. They really want to go high ground. Old 11. They're going to drag him back into the core. Can they actually burst him down though? I still got the sustain of Yang. He's going to move forward to try and deal with Ori. The BKB's pop, so they won't have any stun lockdown, but still Ori about to half HP. Red Panda has to commit. Oh, Old 11, look at the damage. Oh, it doesn't matter. The core does nothing. Wow, Dire. They don't give a damn about the axe. Blade Mail on cooldown. They just chunk him in VICI. They actually call it quits. This game's over. 4 AM, night and day performance from them from game 1 to game 2. Just a completely different team, honestly. I mean, we see the switch up. You know, Yang playing the carry, FY back to support, Red Panda playing the off lane. So we did see it play yesterday, and it absolutely dumpstered. It was by IG against the Sparking Arrow series in that game too. The OD just absolutely demolished that game. Because he doesn't have too much mana at the moment, unless he's bringing some out. No, he's actually gone Glover Haze. So Yeah, because he's casted a lot of mana early on. Doesn't really have much down bot though. Red Panda, he's in trouble here. That last right click from PYW after the leap forward is going to be able to secure first blood. Beautifully done. And that's kind of one big downside of the hero, I guess, where it's now kind of always obvious that he won't particularly be farming. Ogre's 100% dead here. Oh, actually, they get the shield off. But with the level 6 coming through from the slaughter, the damage amplification, okay, never mind, not 100% dead. It was very close to it. And now, meanwhile, top summons with the rotation up. They find the Elder Titan. So DY will fall. That's the first kill of the game here for 4 AM. They're still thinking about getting aggressive, though, as Slaughter just runs back into the stun. And now Summoners is going to TP down bot. They won't be able to get on top of PYW, although they're slow. There's a decent amount here. And they want to get Spectre out of top. Because Radiant going to make a movement bot, actually, as they catch out Red Panda. Bro, time's going to fly, but here comes the stuns, and now with the Haunts as well joining the bottom lane. Radiant, there's a couple of TP rotations as Rubik's going to come through with the Fade Bolt. That damage reduction might be enough to keep Red Panda alive, actually. And yeah, they don't want to offer to dive underneath the tower. There's the stun. Multicast is out. PYW, he's in trouble. Meanwhile, mid, actually, or he's going to be fine here. Continuing back down to bot as the Ogre Magi stuns up. Arrow's going to clip thanks to the crush from Old 11 to set up for that one. And now FY, he stole the crush, clips onto 2. Beautifully done from Rubik. The double steal. That's a big play. So OD did die somewhere, but it looks like Dire are getting more out of this kind of farming trade at the moment. Old 11 now has his blink completed. DY is just trying to shove out the dead lane, but looks like Yang's going to be able to cut through the trees and find him. He's playing around with the vision. DY does get the stun off. It's a long duration now, but the Haunt as well die. They want to take the fire. Erica's going to try and jump on top of FY, and meanwhile on the backline as well, Ori stun. Nice force stuff actually from Summoner. He's going to be able to get the distance, but it looks like still it won't matter. With the Astral on cooldown, he's going to play relatively defensive here in Old 11. He actually wants to blink forward and try and find the backline. Red Panda stunned up, but he doesn't have to worry about the threat of the Lesh, because he's already down with the back. Yang was able to secure that kill. It does cost him his life, however. Summoner still has Ascended Eclipse, a couple of charges as well. They'll get the multicast. Summoner, can he get in range? A nice arrow from PYW is going to push him back. So it's a 2 for 2. Because the Illusion's going to get the... Yeah, Illusion's going to get the passive. I feel like OD's not going to use that at all. Dire can fight mid. Yeah, Burrow Time's still available for Abaddon. They're going to try and turn their attention to the Ogre Magi, Old 11 with the blink forward, but now the Cyclone sets up for the arrows, so Red Panda's going to drop as well. Nice show up to the fight from VICI Gaming. They protect that tier 1 tower. They'll find 2 kills as well to their name. DY playing this high ground. Smoke might end up getting popped, so he's going to scout them all out. That pickoff should actually secure them Roche, because the ET was the one thing they were worried about. I love this buyback. ET's so aware that if he's not alive, then Radiant can take that one for free. So they kite the fight back on the high ground, but Old 11, he's wrapping through. They might clean off FY, which will be a dieback. They get the telekinesis out just before this bash, but it's not going to matter as Erica commits with the Haunt. He's got the clumsy net. They still see the rest of Radiant as well, so they've got to be careful. Die going to drop the ward on the high ground. Arrow connects. Abaddon still has his bow time to be able to utilize here. They got to be careful. Summoners on the backline is going to start stacking up the ultimate charges. Now Roche is about half HP. Die can do this. Can they call off the illusions before they get inside? They will scout this one out, but Roche is going to fall in. How to Radiant initiate a fight? You kind of just have to run him mindlessly, and Old 11, he's going to be that bodyguard, so Roche will fall. Erica's going to claim it and think about running up the high ground, but he's going to be careful now with the multicast. He might actually end up losing the Aegis. The Blade Bell's going to get popped, so it will stop the OD from right-clicking through. And now with the crush, locks in 2, Chaos Knight and Abaddon, both falling your position 1 and your 3. Now Summoners as well is going to be careful. Old 11, he's got the bash proc coming through. Summoners might get stunned up here, and now with the Astral Step on cooldown, they'll wake him up, but it doesn't matter as OD, he might just drop the ultimate, but it's not come through fast enough as VICI Gaming, they take 5 of 4 wipe, including them claiming the Aegis as well. I mean, there are some very key targets, like killing off the Rubik, getting on top of the Outward Devourer. What's the cooldown of what Shadow Step? I'm not sure. I think it's like 40-ish, 50-ish maybe? Mid lane, actually Old 11 just solo kills off Ogre, and now Ori has the Euroscepter set up as well for FY. Somnus might be able to give him the protection, but I would think otherwise with the Astral Step on cooldown, they're on top of him, forced off down to the low ground, but PYW is able to set up for the Euroscepter, just a constant chain lockdown. He gets the Astral Step off, but it doesn't matter, still without the BKB, so Somnus will fall. Red Panda's going to do everything he can, but the Abaddon unfortunately is not enough. The constant spam of the shields, but without the BKB, the OD unable to survive through the damage that VICI Gaming is dishing out at the moment throughout this mid game. That's another 4-man wipe. Oh, it's not technically a wipe. Another 4-man diddly do. And Old 11. Uh-oh. Man, Slaughter has been catching heroes left, right, and center. Yang's gonna get picked off once again. It's been a really good performance from Old 11. Like a really good performance. Even ET went Veil. I'm gonna smoke up Dire. They see Yang, they see GTR as well, so they're... And Radiant don't have very good vision inside this vicinity. They're probably even gonna catch out Red Panda. We'll make it a bit awkward here, but I mean, he's away from the rest of the team. And it looks like, I mean, one hero comes in towards the tier 2 tower. That's F5, and now with the Euroscepter, just kites the borrowed time. Is they actually able to get away here? Meanwhile, top of the horn, Erica's chasing Somnus. This is a more of an important target here. Now with the clumsy net. Oh, Somnus, the Astral's on cooldown. He can't do anything. This is such a nice thing about the Spectre. The OD, when heroes get on top of you, both down, they do not have buyback. And oh, Arrow? Oh, that was actually so close. If FI didn't turn to telekinesis, I believe he gets stunned there. Old 11, he's just gonna blink up on the high ground. They actually don't give a shit, man. Chaos Knight will die. They'll catch out the Ogre Magi as well. The arrow just connects from PYW. One to another, to another. It's a godlike streak for Erica. Mega kill streak for Ori. They'll probably try and stay up. Maybe go for like one desperation smoke movement. They force the ultimate down for 40, and now Red Panda can't play aggressive to protect this bottom tower. Okay, that's a big item. OD does have BKB now, but with the Barret Time already popped previously, so I'm just going to try and charge it up. With the first hit bash and Somnus, he chucks down the ultimate. I mean, it kills off the Slaughter, but it looks like it doesn't really matter now. That BKB Insanity's Eclipse utilized for just one kill. And now Yang on top of the backline. Instantly Illusions are going to get taken away thanks to the Less Strackham, the point blank stun from PYW. They just don't give a damn now. One hero to the next as Rubik stunned up with the Echo Stomp. F5's going to get a little bit of space with the force stuff. Somnus is still doing a decent amount of deep here as DY is just going to brute force forward. Oh, still falling low though. You got to be careful. I mean, if you dive an Outward Devourer. Wow, they actually don't get the full set of racks because VICI Gaming dive a bit too far there. Or do they? Never mind. Looks like they might. Somnus has still got some stacks in the Sanities. If they can get the stuns, does he have the shield to come through? Erica on the back line going to try and deal with the Rubik. Will be able to do so successfully. Now Somnus as well as the next target of Force Love's going to give him a little bit better positioning. So they'll turn their attention back to the Abaddon, who's away from any protection of heroes. And without the borrowed time, he'll end up falling as well. Just VICI Gaming. The thing about the Spectre with his Aghanims is he can get involved so constantly, just jumping the back. You see when they actually just call it. This game's over. A very good Game 3 performance from VICI Gaming. A 2-1 series victory. You've got to keep in mind, you know, this is 4 AM. Playing with a stand-in. They're playing with GTR. You know, Eurus is not in the one. A couple of their players are playing in different positions. So